Rolling dough, spreading cheese, pepperoni. Who got the sauce? We got the sauce. Robot sauce, zesty sauce, provolone, mozzarella, something, my umbrella.
Hey man, can I get a full pie?
5 for 10, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, my jungle love. Oh, we, I think I wanna know ya. Hot damn, have we missed you guys. Holy smokes, man, it feels good to be back on Pizza Sutra, Season 2-tra. And to kick it off, we're gonna take a trip down to the gas station and we're gonna get ourselves...
These two guys just sold me this thing outside the gas station.
Well, we were gonna take a trip down to KWIK TRIP, but guess what? These two dudes sold Craig this pizza. And you know what? This pizza's from KWIK TRIP. It's the Kitchen Cravings combo pizza, sausage and pepperoni. And you know, we're not gonna do any of that chalky milk or any of that chicky nuggy bull heck. We're just about the pizza, the real stuff. The real stuff! Ah! For our KWIK TRIP Kitchen Cravings combination pizza, preheat conventional oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove plastic wrap and cardboard tray. Place pizza directly on center rack. Bake 12 to 14 minutes or until product temperature reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Let pizza rest for 5 minutes before enjoying. For the first, meanwhile, of Season 2 on Pizza Sutra, we're gonna talk about a dude who we here at Pizza Sutra adore. We're talking about the man himself, Kevin Smith. That dude is all about passion. We're all about passion, so we see it fit to bring him into our meanwhile. Even if you're not a fan of his films outright, you have to respect the amount of work and longevity. The man has built an empire with his work and his ability to connect with his fans. Mostly he did it all on his own terms. He made the movies he wanted to make. Much respect. And when his movies weren't doing so hot, he started doing podcasts, Link's Smodcast, and that's before, he started that before the big podcast boom. How punk rock is that? He grew up in Red Bank, New Jersey. And he went to college, right? The first college he went to, yeah, he got booted. He got booted from that college for throwing water balloons out the window. Second college, the New School, that's in New York. It's a fancy art college. Like, let's try this again. Nah, he dropped out of that one. Forget about it. Who cares? It's Kevin Smith, you don't need it. After the water balloon incident, he found himself in his hometown and he went and he watched a movie called Slacker by a fellow indie artist, Richard Linklater? We're gonna say Lincoln Logs. Richard Lincoln Logs. After he got inspired by Slacker, he went on to go to school in Vancouver at a film school. And at that film school, he met some like really important people that would later on in life help him out career-wise and all this other stuff. But one of those people was his longtime partner and producer, Scott Mosier, and he produced a lot of his films that he has now, which is really groovy. Like, that's a super long thing to have somebody hang out by you and help you make movies. And again, he dropped out of school because film students don't actually need to finish school, in case you're aware.
I did.
I know you did, and I'm super proud of you.
I did too.
I'm super proud of you too, Craig. He didn't finish college that time either. He's 0 for 3. So he went back to New Jersey with all this knowledge of dropping out of 3 colleges. He got a bunch of his friends together. He maxed out all of his credit cards and he made Clerks. That was his Hail Mary, and it worked. And it worked really well, as a matter of fact. That is a cult classic now. So after Clerks, Kevin went on and he kept on keeping, right? But he made movies like Mallrats, Chasing Amy, you know, Dogma. He kept cruising, man. You know, he went up to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He went to Tusk, which is really weird but really cool, and he did Red State. Some of us don't like those other like weird offshoot movies. Some of us really do. What we're really trying to say is that Kevin Smith is actually one of us. He's the nerd who made it. This dude got to hang out with Stan Lee and Luke Skywalker. He shows so much love and respect and always engages his fans. So we are here to celebrate the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Smith. Snoochie Boochies.
Bam, bam, bam.
Blub.
Bam, bam, bam.
Boo.
Blub.
Blub.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right, everybody, here is the first bite of season 2 of the Quick Trip Pizza. Take a gander at that bad boy.
Okay.
Excellent, here we go. It's pizza, so you know it's delicious. First thing I notice is the crust is kind of squishy. Not something somebody wants to hear, but the cheese is really good. I like that. I like the cheese a lot. Pepperonis, as you can plainly see, it doesn't look like they cooked all the way. It did say that the temperatures and things like that does vary, but we should expect a little more accuracy. That's okay. Biting into the crust, got a crunchy rear end, and I kind of like that. I like crunchy rear ends. It's a pretty inexpensive pizza. We should be okay. Sausages, it's kind of peppery. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of something I would get in like school or something like that. Like a thin crust school pizza. We're gonna go talk about this, let the rest of the crew have some, and we're gonna tell you the nitty gritty. All right, we're gonna tell you about the Quick Trip Pizza, but before we do that, there was a lot of confusion on how we rated our pizzas before. So how we rate our pizzas is we take our crust, our sauce, our cheese, and our toppings, and we have 5 or more people taste them, and we give each one of those categories a rating of 1 through 8. Then we take those numbers, average them out, do some crazy math calculation, and then there we go, there's an average. That's how we get our scores, and that's how we tell how these pizzas rate. After all the math combobulation that we just showed you how everything works, off to our Quick Trip Pizza. Here are the scores for our Quick Trip Pizza. For the crust, it got a 5 out of 8 slices. Why did it get that? Because the crust was a little floppy in some spots, crispy in others. Maybe they could have did the directions a little better. Doesn't matter. It was all right. It's pizza crust. It's great. For our sauce, 4 out of 8 slices. It's okay. You know, you're right in the middle. Perfect. That's you can't ask for anything more. For our cheese, we got a 6 out of 8 slices. I think the cheese was pretty dang good for a Quick Trip Pizza. Toppings got a 3 out of 8 slices. For our final score for the Quick Trip Pizza, that's a 4.5. That's pretty good. That's like a little above 50% for a pizza that is, you know, reasonably priced. You know, you can get them at like a little over $2, 5 of them for $10. They always have sales on them. They're in the Quick Trip frozen section if you want to go try one. I totally recommend it. It's very comparable to a Palermo's regular one, to a Jack's, you know, it's in the same ballpark. Thanks for checking in again for Pizza Sutra Season 2. This is really exciting for us. This is our 2nd season again, and we're so happy for the fans that have been like they're jacked about it coming back and us filming again, and like it's been a super cool adventure, and we totally love you guys. Pizza is love. I'll check you cats later. A couple things I could say about pizza that I want you to hear. Whenever you see pizza, you see this face. I am the pizza commander. Anything I say, you do. You know what I like to do? I like to take a slice of pizza and I'm like, ooh, you little son of a gun, and I like to rub it on my nose. And ooh, yeah, you like that pepperoni.